And this one would you with him?
And then I've got that as well.
I've given that to him.
He's given that to me, but before, I wanted to, so we can do that in a minute in a way. I wanted to just, I played one track, and then I put this track on, literally. I just felt you coming, so I thought I've got to get into the flow of it. So off of the back of this, we'll have a quick chat about the album. Yeah.
And also what's necessary
what's important to you
tonight,
Right.
The announcement for the garage.
Right.
I want to announce a pricing tonight.
Pricing.
As in giving a prize to someone who comes there. We have a special question to you tonight.
Oh right, okay. Right, okay.
I announce what it is.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Right, well I want to get into you though. He's coming now. I need to find my tech people. You're going to be on this microphone this time. Yeah, this one this time. The yellow one. Where are my staff, my team? Frank.
Hey, you went over the road.
I'd really like another photograph of me and Wolfgang and Peter. Please.
Cool.
You're going to be on this mic today.
This one?
Yes, you can have the yellow
Has anyone maybe a water?
one. You know what? Just literally thought that.
Just a glass of.
I don't
Can you run over and get some, please? I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Sorry, Jordan's not here. Because we're running out of really running back on time. Do you mind?
Do you want a photo now or like?
Do the photo quickly. Do the photo. We'll do a quick photo, guys. We'll put Wolfie in the middle. We're both tall and dark. We'll put Wolfie in the middle. He's the power of the bunch.
We brought back the summer. They call it Indian summer.
Yes.
It's so beautiful, and you have to be here in the cold and the darkness. It's like,
Good.
Like staying in the shadow here.
Go on, I'll go shop then quickly and I'll.
Would you mind? Oh shit, let me give you some. Yeah, I do know. Throw it away. I wish I could afford to.
Go on.
Throw it away. Get some water and how are you?
Drinks.
Yeah. Thanks, Frank. Okay, so Wolf.
Today, everything's done.
So we've got like what, 1 minute, so I'm gonna come in off of this. You won't be able to hear it because we've got a whole new sound thing now, so you can't hear it, but trust me. We're just gonna have them on in the background and just talk about this first, okay? Nice and brief, and then we'll talk about the gig stuff after. Then we can also introduce Peter and talk about that. So,
Do you want to go direct to the mic then, Wolfgang?
You're in here.
You read very fast.
Yeah.
He's back. Well, finally, we are in full effect. Welcome back, Wolfgang Flur, to Get Tronic.
Hello, that's so nice being back at Hoxton FM and Mr. Normski.
It's always a pleasure to have you. I can't believe, I feel like I saw you last week. It's been...
January.
Well, yes, kind of say the beginning of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was January.
So when you first came to the show in January, it was all about your I Was a Robot release, I think, and a show that you were doing in Hoxton. You're back in London now, and tonight you're doing a show at the Garage in Islington.
That's right, yeah.
And I presume the show that you're doing is with regards to, I say presume, I pretty much know because you've told me, to the launch of your new album.
Yes, that's right. We bring a new album next month on 16th October.
Okay.
Cherry Red is the record company who took my new tracks on an album which is called ELOQUENCE.
Right. And ELOQUENCE is a compilation of new works, old works. How does it come about? Because
it's an assortment of a lot of tracks since back, let us say, it is called the total work or the complete works of me since 2000, the year 2000. Yeah, unbelievable you say that now. It's
it's unbelievable.
It's a lot of tracks. It is unbelievable. But you know, it's a better collection than we did with Kraftwerk. That needed 20 years or so.
Well, I was thinking about this morning, and I was thinking, well, you know, your life of Kraftwerk is over.
Over.
I don't even really enjoy writing, you know, Wolfgang Flur, ex-Kraftwerk member, because this album, I think, certainly sets you afield from that whole history. You're a man in your own right now. You always have been. The last time you came in, you demonstrated to me, because I saw your performance, your way of storytelling, and I listened to the album today, and how I managed to listen to the album in one morning was impossible because I could listen to it all day. But I did feel that you were free and really expressing yourself. What really is the real meaning behind Eloquence Total Works?
The Total Works is a lot of collaboration songs which I did with artists whom I'm friendly with, international and national artists, as well as some works with my partner Stefan Lindler from the Sonic Field Studio. This is the most of the work which we did, let us say, as the Mark II, the follower of the Time Pie albums, where I started to develop this storyteller style of me. This is different to other music because I'm not the best singer, but I invite a lot of female singers with beautiful voices inside. So
I was going to ask you about the female singers because I was wondering whether that was you who had been manipulating a voice, a way of reproducing your voice, because I felt like I didn't know whether it was you or somebody else. There's times within the album.
Come on. If you listen to Miriam's voice, she sang Pleasure Lane or Blue Spark or anything else. Nomiya Maki from the former Pizzicato 5, I loved her also in the very first minute, and we said, why don't we do anything together? And when she was on a tour in Germany, we invited her to the studio, to my partner, and then we said we are just in the recording of the English version of On the Beam, and would you translate it into, we would like to hear how it sounds in Japanese. And we did it, and it sounded completely different. It's a new song, even if the music in the back is the same. So you can see what impact has a voice from a person in the song.
Absolutely, and I think it's about time that I'm not going to play the German version. I am actually going to play the Japanese version of On the Beam, if I'm correct, which is a track off of the Eloquence album, and we are in the presence of the almighty Wolfgang Flur. Check this out.
Wahrscheinlich nicht
So there you are, the sounds of On the Beam in Japanese. That one absolutely for our Japanese listeners, of which I know I've got a few out there, Konnichiwa. And you spent some time in Japan recently, didn't you?
Yes, I was there in, we played the Tokyo Mart Club 2 times, one after the other, completely crowded, and presented our Musiksoldat show, which we presented also in the Hoxton in January, and tonight at the Garage.
At the Garage, right.
May I say something?
Yes,
to that
please.
As well?
Yes, please
so
do.
Come to the Garage tonight, because we make a special prize then. So everyone who is
prize,
there,
like
there gets, I give you a prize if you stay there after the show. I take the microphone and ask you one question, a special question, and the first one who answers it, he comes to the stage up and gives me his name and his address on a paper, and he will get one of the first issues of my forthcoming album, the Eloquence album, signed by myself, and I put it personally in the post box in Germany to send it to you. That is your prize if you come tonight. But you have to answer my question. My question, yes, and you answer.
And when will you ask the question? At the gig, at the show?
The show.
Okay, so
I wouldn't do now because they go into the movie.
I was confused as well. So anyone out there, it's at the Garage tonight, which is on is it Holloway Road on in Islington?
Highbury in
Islington, that's right.
And Peter Duggal is playing before me.
We have Peter Duggal, who's also in the building. I'm going to pull Peter in now. Peter,
he explains how we met.
Yes, I'm sure he will. In fact, Peter, how did you meet Wolfgang Flur?
Well, Wolfgang was playing in my hometown, Hebden Bridge, a couple of months ago.
Okay.
And we just hit it off. We met up and we had a great time. We spent all day together, and after the show we were larking around all day. And then afterwards, I played Wolfgang a little bit on my music, and he really, really liked it. So.
Now we're going to have a quick chat about your music, because you'd mentioned to me a good friend of mine, a guy called Gerald, and then you'd asked me whether I was DJing in the acid house times and all that stuff. And so, briefly, what's your history? Because you've met up with Wolfgang, you obviously produce and make your own music. What were you doing back in 1980 something then?
1989. I had quite a big underground hit under the name Demonic. A track called Labyrinth. Do you remember it?
I do know Labyrinth.
Might be coming back,
Is that you? Yeah, it's coming back.
That was me, yeah. And it was very bleepy, kind of hardcore, bleepy acid house track. So that's 25 years ago now, so I'm actually thinking of re-releasing it.
So why don't you tell me now about this new track which you've done with Wolfgang, which is, you told me, is also reasonably bleepy. Yeah, it's quite electronic, it's very much in my style, and it's a track called Beat Perfecto off Wolfgang's new album. And it's when I started remixing it for him, there was the heaviest storm I've ever seen in my life in Hebden Bridge where I live. So the storm directly influenced the track. Don't panic, I just can't find it at the moment.
It's very brief. I can keep talking, no, it's fine.
I was so professionally organised.
Yeah.
And so then you've made this track and you've remixed the track where you produced it with Wolfgang directly.
Exactly, yeah. So we've been collaborating on it, and Wolfgang really liked it.
And we play it tonight. So come to listen and dance to it.
All Wolfgang is interested in, and rightfully so, having flown in this morning, I do believe. You came in from Germany.
Dusseldorf, yeah.
From Dusseldorf. As always. Direct from Dusseldorf, and ultimately, you know, it's quite a thing to be offered the opportunity to get a signed copy of the very first finished copy of the album ELOQUENCE, which will be, I believe, in a vinyl, CD and a download format. Is that how you're launching it?
Right. Everything is from them.
So I don't think people realise maybe is that this right now is the very first exclusive airing of any of the music to the world, or just
to the world.
No.
What do you did in the Japanese version, and what we play now is the first play in the world.
Oh my goodness me! Wow, we're honestly blessed and honoured. I'm going to put one more track which I really like, and I will find Peter Duggal's version of what was it? The
Beat Perfecto.
But this track is a really nice one. It's called Golden Light, and it's a completely different tempo, and I just love it. Real jazzy influence and stuff going on here, isn't there?
Yeah, it is made with Annie Hogan. Annie Hogan comes from this area, you know. She's a piano player, and she played in the band of Mark Almond and the Mambas.
Was she also? Did she do some DJing with you? Is that
yes,
the same
she did some
lady?
DJing with me 7 years ago in Dublin, you know. So that's always where we meet colleagues, you know, as Peter, you know. So, and she was also a brilliant one, and we said we would work together, something special in direction pop music.
And this is it here.
Yeah,
let's hear it.
That's her.
Right, let me find what happened. You gave me the stick.
Somewhere's in your pocket.
I have the stick in here. It's not on that stick. It's a black stick. I didn't put it back.
Black on black. So go for a green one.
Right, can you
do it again?
You're gonna have to do it again. How? Too much excitement. Too much excitement.
Still in your pocket.
I took it out, put it down. It's right in front of us, and I'm just.
There's a black one in your hand.
No, I just took that one out to hand it so I can put it on again.
They arrive.
It was here. It was right here. I'm not gonna swear about it. We're just getting to download it again.
And the computer out.
To the village, it was covered.
Guck mal, worauf der abfährt alles. Diese Musik spielt der. Hätte ich von dem gar nicht gedacht. Das ist doch mal ein schönes Stück.
Spielt ja auch Peter Musik?
Ja, der sucht gerade.
Scheiße, mach mal Licht an.
Sorry about that. I'm not sorry at all. Great stuff. I have it shot and I can't see that, but I'm not worried about it.
Can I delete something? It's not enough memory.
Oh my god, give us that back, take it out, pull it out. Where's the stick on, man? Seriously, where's that stick on?
I can move one of your folders off and then put it back on, yeah?
The sky suddenly ripped open.
There's actually two of these things. Let's have a quick check. Beat Perfecto.
They locked the car and
My phone charger in there.
on the car versus the race. No one else was out.
Is there a
Strange, right?
my charger?
That is so weird.
Covered by a
I got it, don't do it, I got it. Sorry, now give me that one back. Sorry about that.
There's the other one, yeah?
What the funny thing? Okay.
He's found?
Big Perfecto. Where is it?
Das ist immer verrückt bei dem, ne?
I had it.
Ich glaube, mit ruhigen und normalen Tagen kennt er gar nicht klar. Das würde ihm im Leben nicht gefallen.
That's not it either. Okay, I've gone into a really weird mode. I haven't on the right mix. I haven't on the right mix.
You got it?
This is not it.
Let's have a look.
This is not the right mix.
Das nehmen wir mit rein.
It's a WAV file.
This is not the right mix. It's not it. This is the wrong stick right now.
You want to put it on there?
Yeah, put it on.
Okay.
Put it on.
Das haben wir doch mal alles gut hingekriegt bei den Announcements.
Alright, alright.
Got it?
No, okay, I've got it.
Okay.
Cover girl.
I'll solve it.
Where are you?
Will it work as a WAV, yeah?
Yeah, just check it out, everything. Come on. Another beautiful piece of music from the ever so talented Wolfgang Flur. And just remind me again of the collaborator on that particular track.
Yeah, it was with Annie Hogan, as I already told you. The song was already prepared, and Annie sent me that soundtrack and said, Wolfgang, do you have an idea how you could present inside of the song? I had to listen to it, and I found there is something of ocean inside. You know, I'm a storyteller, I'm an actor, I'm in scene, and I see pictures, I see something happening, and I have immediately some words and some rhymes on my lips, and I write them down, and I go into the song like I go on a stage, like an actor in the theater, and I play it, I speak it into the microphone, and I think I recorded that only 2 times or so, my telling, you know, what happens there on the Carnival Parade.
How much of the lyrical content, especially the stuff that you're saying and speaking, and in some ways even rapping, your poetry, your storytelling, how much of the lyrical content is a reflection of your real self? Are you talking about your experiences, or are you talking about something that's within you?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, in the moment, it's the whole of me. I give the whole in lyrics and speaking. So this is the changing of me from the drummer to storyteller and melody developer. Once on the one side with my partner together, and some collaborations with the others to include myself into the role which is offered to me. It's like a theater role, you know. You play something, and you get the screening. You get the whole stage where everything happens, you know, and I'm inside and I have my ideas and I give 100% of me.
I love you, I feel you, and I totally enjoy the reality and the truth that I think literally is pouring out of your album on every level, and it's a journey for me as well of a historical value with regards to the different sort of genres and influences. I mean, we've heard so much. I now want to go into this track, Beat Perfecto, Moon Raider remix,
Yes.
Peter Duggal, who's standing here.
Yeah.
It's kind of on a breakbeat tip, and very electronic. So I reckon we're going to kick into it and let the music do the talking. All right?
Do it. Cool.
I kind of was trying to think of a way of how. Let's just remind.
You like it?
Great.
Great.
And then also,
Great.
It sounds good in here as well. I like it.
Wonderful. Dance music.
best way to
Super dance music.
Heavy.
There you go.
Super version.
So yeah, okay, you ready? Oh, I hate to rush it. I know we love it, you know what? I know we always have the best times together. So trust me on this one. So let's go in. Because when you said it was 136 BPM, let's go in and do it. Come in as well, please. Come in as well.
Good, yeah.
Come in close to mine. Well, there you have it. That was the Beat Perfecto, a Moon Raider remix. And you know, Peter, when you said to me it was 136 BPM, I was actually quite concerned. But it's like it's on a breakbeat tip, so it wasn't as fast as frantic as I thought it was going to be. Wicked little sound. How are you feeling about it? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I thought I should let you know it was 136 when.
You know, you're multi BPM on this show. You know, we don't. Now listen, it's been a huge pleasure. I know you've got to run off and you've got a sound check, and you've got to go and do more interviews and stuff. Yeah. I am seriously honoured to have been able to share not just your time, but your brand new music for the first time in the world. That's right here, September 11th, 2015.
What do you think? Why we brought it to you?
Well, I don't know why you brought it to me. Why did you bring it to me? Why me? Why did you pick me?
Because it's him. We love you.
Oh man, Wolfgang. Yeah, you know what? You're like my best friend now. Honestly, guys, listen. I know you've got to run off. It's been a huge pleasure. Before you do go, the show tonight is from what time to what time? You're at on the mic. Come on.
I think Peter is on at 10. Could that be?
10 o'clock. Yeah.
10 o'clock. And
I'm on at 11 or 11:15.
So it's a nice. You have all these late night sessions, don't you?
This is not too late. If I bring my music show maybe in, let us say Berlin, I go on stage at 2 in the morning.
You're so real. So that's tonight. What's the show called tonight? Has it got a special name?
Musiksoldat, selbstverständlich, jawohl.
That's Music Soldat.
There you go.
I won't try and do the German, but www.musicsoldat.de. That's MUSIKSOLDAT.de. www.musicsoldat.de. That's the way to keep in touch and what with Wolfgang and what he's up to. Don't forget this album, Eloquence The Works, is out on October the 16th, which is quite a few weeks away from right now. So that has been an exclusive touch of the future for Wolfgang Flur. I wish you all the very best, and don't forget, anyone who goes to the gig tonight, he will be asking the question on stage, and the person with the right answer shall be brought up onto the stage. He will then take their full name and address, come round and make you a cup of tea. No, he won't make you tea, but he will send you the first ever signed copy of this brand new album directly from his hometown in Stuttgart, Germany. So anyone out there who's going to the show tonight with the famous, legendary, incredible genius Wolfgang Flur.
Everything is correct, but it's not Stuttgart. It's Düsseldorf.
Oh, sorry. I was with someone last night and I kept going on about Stuttgart all the time. I forgot about that. It's the wrong city. Germany.
For you, it's not interesting from where it comes.
Yeah, true.
Hopefully, it reaches you. And
it was going so well. Peter, really nice to meet you. Look out for you again. Maybe sometime you can come in here and we can have a little journey into what you're up to.
Let's do it together.
Yeah, brilliant.
Sounds good. Revisit 89.
Lovely. It's a good idea. Well, everyone's coming back. What goes around comes around, and the acid generation is here. This is Gettronic. My name is Mr. Normski, and we are now going to go into a bit of a vibe. We've got the next guest coming up, and that guest is Kane Abel, part of the Primo DJ roster. He's going to jump up here. I think he's brought a friend of him. We're going to have a quick chat, and he's going to go into a mix for the duration of the show. Let's keep it funky, let's keep it Gettronic, and let's get down.
This is the famous Hoxton FM studio. Can you believe that? And this is Duggal, who was with me there in the show of Mr. Normski.
Mr. Normski himself, the famous Mr. Normski.
The famous one, yes. The famous one, not the other, you know.